morning we're talking about the foresight of the eagle, and the objective is to understand the importance of foresight and how to develop it. You know, to achieve any goal is akin to waging war, but the Bible is telling us that plans are established by counsel, and the best counselor is the Holy Spirit. One of the distinguishing features of an eagle is foresight, the ability to see far. What is foresight? It's the process of looking ahead, but you just don't want to show up in your walk through life. You want to plan based on foresight. You see, many of us desire success, but we don't know every aspect of what it can bring. You see, foresight helps us to be prepared, so we are not taken unawares. There is no military that can be sustained or can be powerful without the intelligence services. So foresight helps us to act more intelligently, and there is no foresight without light. You know, one amazing thing about God is He's the Alpha and the Omega, which means He has seen the very end of everything. Every permutation and combination, He has seen it already. Foresight is key to faith, because foresight fuels expectation. Faith is from positive hope, and anxiety and worry is from negative hope. So a person that is habitually anxious is a potential faith giant, but they are just misusing the faith. Instead of expecting good things, they are always expecting negative things to happen, and it always happens because that's the power of faith, both positive faith and negative faith. Before the marriage started, already there's foresight of divorce or breakup. So he's already planning his escape. When you look at the person's plan, written or unwritten, you can tell the kind of foresight that they have. So an average person that is not planning now, in essence, they are saying that they are not expecting any good thing in 2020. What they are saying is they don't expect to succeed in 2020. So there's no point putting down anything on paper because they know it's not going to happen. Prophecy helps us to have foresight. Promises helps us to have foresight. When God comes and says, this is what I want to do, He's trying to paint a picture in your heart for you to see, to believe, to feed on, so you can see it and begin to anticipate it so you can become it. Foresight shows us what can be, and in some cases it shows us what must be. One of the differences between the eagle and other birds is that an eagle, it studies the movement of the wind, and when it sees the wind coming, it just glides, so it's able to fly higher and farther than other birds. One of the best ways to operate is knowing what must be and pitching your tent with it. The Lord said to me one day, and He said, if what you do is always aligned with my vision, you would always succeed. Foresight is key to pleasing God. It helps us to avoid sin and living a holy life. A prudent man foresees evil and hides himself. This is one pillar of wisdom called prudence. The simple pass on and are punished. It's like knowing that a hurricane is coming to a particular place, but you were not aware of it, you didn't have the information, so you were just going as usual, not knowing the calamity that was about to befall that place. Foresight helps with our vision. Someone preparing to be in the Olympics, compete at the Olympics, must not prepare the same way the other person just wanting to be a local champion prepares. Foresight improves our chances of arriving at our destination. If you meet a very, very important person, don't get their number. It's the phone number of the assistant that is the most important number. If you think you can package Jesus and still package desires for the world and still be an anointed man of God, it's not going to happen. How do we develop foresight? Number one, communing with God. What you don't know, what I don't know, He knows. There are many things we don't know. Stop acting like you know everything. Number two, by observation or meditation. A man that will be abusive has already been showing the signs from the moment you met him. Don't see what you want to see what is there, not what you want to see. Look at what you intend doing. Look at those that have done it. How did their life turn out? Is that what you want for yourself? One of the ways to develop foresight is by regularly separating ourselves to be able to see further and to see clearer. And that separation is not just physical, it could be mental separation. That's what meditation is. It could be emotional separation. To be able to see farther, that's part of what the eagle does regularly. Pitching the nest, but at a very, very high point. To plan ahead, to see ahead. According to science, an eagle has already seen its target from a far distance before it now swoops in for the kill. How come you couldn't achieve what you set out to achieve yesterday? What were the lessons learned from that? Now today has started. What are you going to do differently today? What are you putting in place today to make sure today was not like yesterday? One of the ways we gain foresight is through principles, through proverbs or through counsel. Proverbs, principles helps us to shed off simplicity